Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we've got the Halloween journal that we completed, that we made the other day. All I'm going to do today is go through and put all the ephemera bits and things that are included in the kit inside the journal just to make it come to life a little bit. So all I've done, and you'll remember in the last video I showed you all the kit and all the things that came with it. All I've done is gone through the ephemera bits and pieces and the journal cards. I've cut them all out ready, thought about where I want them to go, made some little clusters and things like that, so everything's ready to go because I didn't want to put you through watching me cut everything out and things like that. So everything's ready to go, and I thought we would just go through today and put this journal together. There are some bits that I've embellished with various things from the kit. Mostly these little things are from either the fussy cut page or from the Freebie kit. So I've put some little embellishments on there, a little cluster that I've made here, and all I've done on there is use one of the little images, one of the little labels from the Freebie sheet, bit of material, and this was, what did I use for this? I can't remember. I've obviously cut a circle out of somewhere, just had it lying on my desk. I made a little cluster, so I thought I could stick that down as like a side tuck. We have one of the envelopes here from the kit, which I've made. I've just backed it with some washi tape there. There's a second one further on in the journal, which I will show you how I constructed it on that one. This is one of the journal cards from the kit, just backed in some lined paper. I'm turning over. I have left a couple of pages blank because what I thought I would do is when I get my photographs, I'm just trying to look for something. What I thought I would do is put my photograph in, washi tape, and then I could flick it and still see the paper underneath. I might put a transparent pocket on or something like that. I'm not sure, but some pages have been completely left like that. Got another cluster here that I just made with elements from the kit, put together, backed them on some spare paper, and thought I would use that as a tuck on there. This is a pocket I made from an envelope that I had on my desk, sitting around on my desk for probably a good couple of months. My latest video I did about a 5-minute video just showing you how I did the collaging and things like that on there. Just cut it down to size. Here I've got some bits and pieces ready to go. I'll show you how I'm going to construct that. Another pocket from the kit. Again, I've just put one of the fussy cuts, put it on as a bit of a tuck there, a little bit of a feature. One of the labels from the Freebie kit. This is the envelope that we will stick down together, and I'll show you how I constructed that. And I thought again I would just stick it with some washi so I can flick that. A pocket and a journal card I'm going to construct with you today, and a pull-out belly band, and I'll show you how I made that. And then we get to the final page, which again I've just left blank. So a lot of things have been cut, all the inking's done, I've inked around the edges. I am probably going to put some corner protectors on the edges just with it, because you know I've only used cardboard there, so I want to give it a good chance of lasting. So yeah, everything's ready to go. So what I think I might do on the kind of things like this, which are pretty self-explanatory, so where I've already obviously cut the pocket out, put the labels on, put the embellishments on, the journal card's ready to go, and we'll just put that on a bit of a time lapse so that you're not sitting watching the whole thing. But again, it will just show you where I'm intending to put things. And these windows, I've just used some old packaging, cut them to size and stuck them down with this glue here. This is a really good glue. It's a super glue and I use it for a lot of things. I sometimes prefer this to the Fabri-Tac because it doesn't smell and it dries really quickly. So I've just stuck it down with that. So I think on pages like that are ready to go, I will just kind of video it and you can just kind of watch me do that, and then I will stop, pause, and things where I want to explain a little bit further what I'm doing, I will then talk you through it. So I hope that's okay with everybody. I hope you've all been okay, by the way, and you know, you've enjoyed the last few weeks of your crafting and whatever, you know, whatever it is you've been up to. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you would like to, and let's get into the video. Okay, so everything's stuck in from this first page onwards. Stuck this down just halfway to make a little tuck underneath there. So that would go like this, like that. Sorted out the envelope, use some washi tape so I can flick it. I am going to add a little tab at the top, and I also forgot to mention that before I put the envelope together, before I sealed it, I did just put some book page inside to cover up the white. So I will go back and add a tab onto that bit. So that's stuck in there. Blank page. The side tuck is down, just glued it halfway. And our side envelope pocket is stuck down. So that brings me to this little pocket here. So things from the kit are the journal card and the pocket. Things from the freebie are these labels here, which I've just put on as a bit of an embellishment, and some little word labels as well, and I'm just going to stick that onto there just to give it a little bit of interest, really. So I will use my Pritt stick. I'll just glue that down. I just thought I would put it here just to add a little something. Maybe move it over slightly like that. So that's going to go there. And I'm just going to stick that down in place, and that is going to go in there like that. Okay, you could have it like that with the word spooky sticking out the top if you wanted to, but my idea was that you could see the skeleton sat there. So I'll get all that stuck down. So I'm going to go on 3 sides. Now on that first page, I put far too much glue on. It spilled out everywhere. I just don't think I was concentrating. I'm not going to go too high with the glue on the bottom because I want to be able to put that journal card in quite a way so that you can see, you know, you can see the skeleton through the window. So I'm going to put that like that, 3 sides, and get it glued in the middle, about there. Press that down, use a tissue to get rid of any excess. Like that. I'm just going to hold it for a while because where I've got the paper clips, it's encouraging it to lift up a little bit. And I'm just going to hold it in place. Make sure that's all well stuck down there. Okay, it should be okay. And then once it's dry, that will go in there like that. So that's that done. Oops. It's going to hold that down. And the same thing I'm going to do on this page here. I think I'm just going to put it there like that. And I thought it was quite nice to be able to see these little this constellation here. So I was planning on putting it like that with this skull kind of sitting in that dip. So let's do those 3 sides. Okay. Stick that down. So as I said, with this journal, I'm just taking it as simple as possible. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not doing loads of different flips and tucks. I'm just keeping it really simple, just to give myself a place to document my little boy's Halloweens, you know, between the ages of, I think his first Halloween he was 3 months, no, he was born in September, so he was 1 month, about 6 weeks. So I am just, no, he wouldn't have been 6 weeks, would he? 8th of September. 4, yeah, about 6 weeks actually, that's about right. Just to document those early years really, where he was into Halloween and dressing up and things. I'm not going to get that many more years. So I'm just keeping this journal as simple as possible, just using the things that I've already designed, that are already there to be cut out, ready to go, and that don't require too much thinking really. Okay, so then we get onto this envelope. Now, the envelopes in the kit just come like this. So I'll move that out of the way. So if that's on your page, it's going to be like that. All I did was cut round the envelope, and then I used a ruler. No, I didn't actually. What I did was I got my scoreboard. And I just put where I wanted to make the score. I just lined it up with my scoreboard like that and went down the line, just down the groove like that, and scored it. So that's one way you could do it. If you don't have a scoreboard, you could just get your ruler, line it up where you want it, and just fold along there, along all your creases like that. And then when you fold it in, that should fit. I cut mine a little bit too short there. So I suppose if you wanted to kind of leave it open and stick it like that, that would be an option. But I would probably, you know, so you could flip it, but I would probably cover just that little gap with something, some ink or something. So yeah, that's all I did for the envelope. So just fold along where all your joins are going to be, where your folds are going to be, and then turn it back on itself, fold that under, that comes up, that comes over, and that will be the top of your envelope there, the closure. So what I'm going to do is get all that inked up actually. I don't need to worry about sticking anything inside because there's no window. So all I literally need to do is I'm going to ink around the edges, just give it a bit of character. And then I'm going to stick this flap down here, this flap down here. And I will probably put some washi tape again on this bit just to give it a bit of interest. So again, I'll speed it up a little bit for that, because that's, you know, you don't need to sit and watch me ink, not in full time anyway. And then I'll get back to you. Okay, so envelope's in. I'm just going to attach it for now with what are these? A paper clip. I'll probably do put some form of, you know, more decorative clip on there at some point. But that's just going to go in there for now, like that, which brings us onto this page here. Now, I've got a pocket from the kit and a journal card from the kit. I've then got a moon, a little glittery moon. That's from the Fussy Cuts. And I found this little flower hanging around on my desk. So what I thought I would do actually for here, just to kind of mix it up a little bit, is put that pocket on there. And then I want to put the moon on onto the journaling card so that when it's inside the pocket, you will see the moon like that coming through. So I need to work out whereabouts on this journaling card I want the moon to sit. So it's the best way to do this. So if I take that off, put that there, see what that looks like. That down a little bit. Right, so I want my moon about there. Okay, so I'm just going to, it was just near that writing, so if I put a little mark, if I put a little mark there, like that, just check it again, line it up. If my pocket was on like that and I pushed my journaling card down, yeah, that looks about right. So I want my moon about there, so I'm going to get my moon stuck down. If you can see, I'm sorry, I'm being very kind of just talking to myself today. Sorry, probably not. I'm probably really baffling and just not explaining things very well. But can you see I've made just a tiny little mark here? It's going to go on there like that. So I'm going to use the wet glue. I'm going to stick that down there. And hopefully that will be in position so that when I put my card in, it will be in the correct place. Now where did I put that flower? What I wanted to do with the flower is kind of put it on as a little bit of decoration so that it kind of comes like that onto the journal card. So let's just get that stuck down as well. I think this is a sticker. I don't even know where this came from, to be honest. I found it in my shoe. Kitten probably found it. I got a new kitten over the summer and she's about 4 months now. She's so cute. She's absolutely beautiful. But she's the first born out of 4 kittens and she's really adventurous. She was the first apparently to kind of venture away from their mum and start, you know, going to find her own food and kind of venture through the foster carer's house and things like that. So she was originally called Gracie and we renamed her Callie. And she's beautiful, she's absolutely gorgeous, but she just gets into everything. She loves pom-poms, absolutely loves pom-poms. I find them outside the bedroom door every morning. She brings them up. I think she's hoping we'll play with her at 2 AM. But obviously that doesn't happen. Right, so I'm going to get this stuck down. Let's just smooth that so it's not in my way. 3 sides. For this, I ran out of packaging, so all I've done for this window is taken, oops, it's hanging off the end there, is taken the window out of an envelope and used that. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. So let's get that stuck down. Again, I'm going to keep the glue quite close to this bottom edge so that I can get the journal card down to where I want it. Let's put that about there. Let's get rid of any excess. Where's my tissue? Use this. Okay, so that's going to go there like that, and then that will go. Has it worked? Yes. Excellent. So that will go in there like that. And I just thought that'd give it a little bit of interest. What do you think? Okay, so I'm going to take that out, let it dry. And which leads us to, oh yeah, last page, leads us to our belly band. So this is so easy to make. I'm probably not the first one to have made this. I've probably seen somebody else do it somewhere. All you're going to need is a piece of paper. That's all you need. Let me go and get one. Now, if I remember correctly, all I did was this. Piece of paper, folded in half. And then fold that back on itself. We're making quarters basically. So fold that back on itself. And then fold that back on itself. And that's it. And then you stick it on like that. Cut it to size. Obviously, you know, cut it to your length. So, you know, chop your top or bottom off. And which way does it go? Yes, that way. So I have it so the flap, the bit I need to grab to pull it is here on the left, and it opens up like that. And what I did on this bottom bit, which is going to be stuck here and here to make the belly band, is I just put some spare card, some old card on the back just to strengthen it a little bit. And then on the front, literally, oops, I've just really knocked the camera then, sorry. I just collaged. I literally just got some bits and pieces from the kits, some paper that I had left, some spare music paper, and just used all the elements to make a collage on there. So obviously then that will stick down. I think it will probably be a good idea for me to make some form of tab here to help me pull it. And then obviously then you've got all that journaling space if you want it. If you can see. So you've got all that journaling space. Or you can stick some pictures in there or whatever. So I'm going to just put a bead of glue here and a bead of glue here and stick that in position where I want it, middle-ish. Just press down. We should have, hopefully, if I've done it correctly, yeah, we should be able to get our whatever we want to put through there to fit nicely. And that's it. That's it, we're done. To say, a really quick and easy project. It's one of those things you can go as, you know, as crazy as you want to with it really, or as simple as you want to. Like I said, you know, I've said a few times, I've just gone simple. I really have for this. I didn't want a huge project. Just going to pop that back in there. There we go, pop that back in there. And yeah, so I think we're done in terms of all the bits and pieces and getting everything stuck down. Yeah. So the next thing I wanted to do is I had an idea of using, now where have they gone? Here they are. In the Freebie kit you get these little tiny images. They're really small, so if I compare it to, what could I compare it to? Right, this is a normal sized ink, distress ink, and that's the size of the little image. So what I was thinking that would look cute is if I perhaps put some of that, what's it called, that stuff that's shiny, it makes it look like glass, glossy accents, is that what it's called? Something like that. Is maybe try, it's going to be an experiment, I've not done it, I don't know how the ink's going to react because I do use an inkjet printer, is maybe try putting some glossy accents on there and making a little tag, like a little a dangle tag perhaps to use throughout the journal, and even maybe putting on things like, what's it got, like a paper clip to dangle down. So I'm going to do that in a different video, which will follow this video, but that's the next thing I think I'm going to have a quick go at to see, you know, kind of see what happens. So I'll do that in the next video. Then we'll have a final kind of flick through, you know, see if there's any extras that I'm going to add in. I am going to order some, I've got them just about ready to go, some photos from Snapfish. I've used Snapfish for years, they're a really good service. They do all different types of kind of backgrounds that you can get like Halloween backgrounds on some photos. You can get like the like these things, where have they gone? These things, what are they called, for like photo booth strips. You can get photos like that, so I'm going to order a few of those to put around the journal. So I may do a video as well of actually filling up this journal kind of so far with the photos I've collected for the last 7 years. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this little project. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Next video will be me having a go at making the little tags, and then we'll finish off, we'll put the book corners on. We'll perhaps put a dangle here as well in the corner. But yeah, so that's it for today. Have a lovely day. Enjoy yourselves. The weather's gone horrible here again, just really dodgy light, so I hope you've been able to see, and have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone. Bye.